Hi, how are you guys? Welcome back again on my YouTube channel. It's Richard here again, and today I have another guest. And as I had told you earlier, we on this channel we'll be discussing about healthcare, also some investments about just investment in terms of maybe the young people. Then also we'll be discussing things also to do with the just personal growth. So today I have my friend here. Your name kindly, sir?
Hi guys, my name is John. John T. Yes, Jacaranda Maternity I work here. So, yes, karibuni sana.
Thank you so much, John. So today I just wanted to discuss, there's a friend of mine who had told me that he has an issue, not really an issue, but just some queries about, okay, umejua wase, vile vijana huwa wanaongea, ati niambia ako na mama, sasa mama anataka anze clinic.
Nice.
Sasa kaniambia sasa alisikia nikisema mimi ni daktari, maybe nimsaidie aje, like what are the steps sana kaniambia about, alikuwa nasikia about kuna vitu kwa zinafanyika kwa hospitali sana hizi ma tests like mama akienda OC anaambiwa lazima afanye tests fulani. Aliambiwa sijui afanye test na akalemewa kiasi, so hakuwa understand mbona hizi test zote kama mama ako na ball sinikwenda tukaadmitiwa na ajifungue ama just clinic So I had to look for this friend of mine here. His name is John. He's a lab technologist currently working at Jacaranda, right?
Yeah, Jacaranda.
Currently working at Jacaranda. But I want to hebu jielezee maneno ba. Mbona nasema stories zako?
So two things.
Who is John?
Okay. Yeah. Wala tena hii ni CV. So who is John? John is a lab technologist. There is a difference, by the way, between technologist na technician.
Technician ni wa stima.
Technicians ni wa stima. So kupatana nayo kwa barabara ni lab technician. Si ati ni kitu mbaya, si job mbaya. By the way, but technician ni stima, technologist, logist.
Logist.
Yes, technologist.
Huyo amesoma kidogo.
Wacha ngo wamebelea hadi wa stima wamesoma ndio. By the way wamesoma. Ushaenda kuguza socket kuchapa stima ndio uta appreciate wamesoma by the way.
Shower. Acha na stima.
Shower.
Shower inapigana kupiga. Karibu nafungua mlango utoke hicho unakumbuka la. Kwa nyumba. Unarudi ndani.
Wakumbuka kuna wasio umeacha hapo sitting room. Kwanza hizi zinakuwa mbaya na bed sitter chronicles. Unajua ukitoka uko sitting room. Ukitoka kidogo hivi uko kitchen. So kila mtu akoze buda rada. Ni stima kiasi hapo, but it's okay. So yeah, as I was saying, my name is John T. I'm a lab technologist. So some of the things we deal with definitely are the things ile yenye tunawaambianga usiweke na usijaze kani mkojo, that is usijaze, eka tu kidogo, kani stool usijaze, eka tu kidogo. Si kampuni ya fertilizer.
Kuna siku niona kuna jamaa fulani alitishanga apelekewe sample ya stool, akapeana nini kidogo, jamaa akakuja ameweka, akaenda akakuza confirm imetosha mani ya mkojo.
By the clarity.
Mtakanga kiwango gani hiyo kitu?
For real, isi kampuni ya fertilizer, we are only unajua, tunahitaji sample kidogo tu. Number one, reason. Unajua nini? If utaniekea mingi pale, I'll only use like less than 100 ml. 100 ml, kidogo tu hivi juu tunasoma kwa strip, tuweke a drop ndio tunasoma kwa microscope. Na hiyo drop ina represent the whole container. So the moment tunaleta hapo container imejaa, imagine I'll only use a drop. Hiyo nyingine yote inaenda kwa sink.
Yani ni waste.
2 minutes. Hiyo ni waste. In fact na ulipe mingi.
Niongeze bei.
Juu tunajaza sink, unajua ama tuongeze bei. But for real. We only need a small specimen unless umeelezewa otherwise, of which otherwise I only require a very small specimen of what you're asking. But yeah, back to the ANC profile you are asking.
Yeah. So on the ANC profile, this guy was asking me about when a lady goes for ANC profile. So anataka kwanza clinic, so what are these requirements in terms of testing? Like nini hiki huwa mnaangalia sana mtaka kujua mtu akitestiwa like ndio hiyo pregnancy kuwe ile smooth. Like huwa mna test nini sana kwa lab? Tunataka hizi vitu huwa mna test utueleze. Vitu gani hizi ziko more important and why?
Yeah, perfect. First things you have to remember is what we are testing, what we are doing is for the baby. You are here because of the baby. You're not sick.
Okay.
Right? You're not sick. So uko hapa juu ya mtoi. Ama clinic tunaenda juu ya nini? Si juu ya mtoto. So definitely everything that we are testing is related to the baby. Right? We are doing the test on the mother, right? So necessarily, okay, it's not like we are not interested with the mother. Yes, we are interested with the mother because the mother is the one who is housing the baby. Sindio?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sindio? Yeah. So whatever we are doing,
ka incubator kidogo,
ni ka incubator, kanyumba ka mtoto. So we are interested to know hii nyumba ya mtoto, now the mother, is it well, ama iko fiti, is it a good environment? Like, is the baby in a good environment?
Okay.
Right? So some of the tests that we do are tests that can actually affect the baby.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So definitely, I'll give you examples. Some of the tests that we actually do in our ANC profile. There's one we call HB. What's a HB? HB, for example, yeah. Kuliu ile ka hesabu ka biology kidogo ka high school. Unaweza kumbuka what's a HB?
Hiyo ni hemoglobin level.
Kiwango
ya damu. Kiwango ya damu.
And the importance of the same is, as you well know, that the baby is fed through blood, right? So the nutrients, etc, everything passes via the blood, right? So assuming if you're feeding the baby via the blood and our HB level is low, that's feeding, right? We feed the baby breathe through the blood, definitely we carry the oxygen. So assume HB ya mama iko chini, for starters. If the HB is low, that means low, the nutrients that we are taking to the baby, number one, still low.
Okay.
Right? So the air there that is actually reaching the baby, still low.
That's the oxygen now. Right?
Yes, oxygen still low. Because sababu, if it's low on the mother,
then it's low to the baby.
Definitely.
So the baby depends on the mother. Eh?
The baby depends on the mother. So we are checking the HB. We'll actually even go to an extent of giving you supplements because we need to boost your blood. Well, we're boosting your blood for enough supplementation of the baby.
Actually, we have talked about the supplements. I think that's a topic we'll also discuss because we also need to know the supplements. Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. So the mother will be given some supplements.
Yes, the mother will
in medical form, medicines or something like.
Yeah.
Food, so, or what are the supplements?
Like for example, in our facility, Jacaranda Maternity, what we do, for example, is we have a nutritional clinic. You know, there are two ways to go about it. You can choose the nutritional way, of which it's always, I guess it's the first stage, right? Okay. You know, it goes through the stages, right? Yeah, that's what we do. We have a nutritionist on ground. Okay. So what we do is that you go to the nutritionist has to explain to you, like, you know, these are the foods that will supplement your blood, supplement okay. your blood, right? Okay. So if that stage doesn't like work properly, we go to the other one, medication. So we give you supplements in form of
food.
Yes. The most important thing, actually, I cannot give you advice on feeds because actually I'm not a professional in that. You need a professional. You need a nutritionist. You need a nutritionist for this. So on matters food, supplementation, we have a nutritionist at Jacaranda. So if you actually think like your HB is low because you've been taking too much of pizza, I cannot give you the best foods.
Pizza can't raise my HB level.
Yeah, it's arguable. You know, there are those who say that mi nakula pizza ikona inaitwaje sijui ni herbs ama ni nini.
Ikona damu.
Exactly. You know, plus some of the medications zenye tunatumia huko nje.
Anyway guys, watu wa pizza tukatai
mimi sijakisema ni mbaya, by the way. It's not once in a while, it's not, you know,
jibambe tu
kwa sababu pia carbohydrates ni important for the baby, right?
Sure, yeah,
na iko hapo kwa pizza, you never know. So the best person to tell you about this nutritionist,
yeah? Okay, so that's about the HB.
So about the HB, so we have to test
mkojo ama ni damu ama ni choo ama mnapima.
Perfect. So hemoglobin, high blood globin to the protein part of heme. Right? So for hemoglobin, it's blood. Sana. Okay. It's blood. So we test for HB kwa damu. Sawa. So after, it's just a prick. We can use a prick, we can draw blood from the vein. So whichever way, we can still get your HB. And once you get the HB, as I was saying, first level, yes, we can talk to a nutritionist to see if blood can be boosted through food, but it depends also. Again, we can also go to the medication way, of which it's also important because the supplements are concentrated in one tablet. So it's just a matter of, swallowing, and then it does the wonders. Okay. So that was number one.
So that's we were talking
HB, about HB. Okay. Yeah.
Number two.
So number two,
which other test?
We go to something that not very many people out here have tested for the same, but it's important for our expectant ladies. Syphilis. Have you ever tested for syphilis?
Who? Me?
You? Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for most men actually.
In Swahili, what do you call syphilis?
Kisonono.
Something like that.
But then, mbona every disease, mbona kwa Kiswahili inakaa mbaya hivyo.
Inakaa mbaya.
Like kasa hizi nasikia kwa unaongea kitu mbaya.
Kisonono.
I guess.
Guys, you can put it in the comment section. Syphilis ni tuaje kwa Kiswahili, but I think this kisonono. Gonorrhea ni. Anyway, we don't test gonorrhea. But
it's important.
Okay. For syphilis.
So syphilis we test. So the syphilis, for example, unajua in syphilis attacks like all the vaginal. It's around the reproductive area. So definitely with syphilis, there's a chance that your child can actually be born blind because it can affect the pallidum, can affect your eyes, and when it affects the eyes, for a newborn, whatever, it might affect the newborn's eyesight. So it's important to test for the same, because it can be transmitted to the baby. So it's very important to test for syphilis. Another test we test for, it's called hepatitis B. So the other thing about hepatitis B is, even tunaweza kuinfect hepatitis B through sweat.
But then I usually hear that it's highly infectious, yeah? Right?
Highly infectious. Hata
kuguzwa tu kidogo.
Kuguza tu hivi. It just passes through your pores. Hepatitis B. So highly it's very important.
Na ina affect wapi kwa mwili hepatitis B?
Hepatitis B. Hepa means liver.
Oh, okay.
So it's the liver, right? So the liver helps us a lot. When the liver of the mother is actually affected, so many things do take place in the liver, right? So it's very important to test for hepatitis B. Something that you might not know that is very important to test in a pregnant mother is blood group. It's very important to test for the mother's blood group.
Blood group.
Very important.
So that's number 3 now.
Yes.
So you have done HB,
syphilis, hepatitis B.
Oh, that's number 4.
Number 4.
Blood group.
You
need to know the blood group of
this
mother.
Of this mother.
The importance of it?
So the importance, actually, for rhesus, there are two types of blood. There are several blood groups, but now we have the blood group and we have the rhesus. So for blood group, ABO. Right?
ABO, yeah?
ABO. That's the blood group. Rhesus, positive or negative. So in the in the sector of rhesus, we have like for example, if you're rhesus positive, to do that test, I'll only take less than 5 minutes to do that test. But for rhesus negative mothers, there are two things. You can be rhesus negative, or you can be rhesus negative, or you can be rhesus positive, but with a very weak D. Rhesus, right?
You are rhesus positive, but with a very weak
D.
Negative.
And yes, no, it's not negative. It's weak. Only that it doesn't react like immediately. Like as I've said, you can be A positive. Like the positive takes less than, for lab tests, no. A positive takes less than a minute to react. But for the weak rhesus, ninaweza kwa tile, I try and read it, and it reads like negative. But to confirm, that's why in our facility actually we are able to do both rhesus and a DU rhesus. So in most facilities you find this clinician, this lab tech, ameona hii kitu haija react on the slide, they'll just report it as negative. That is very wrong. You can be weak D, but you are positive. Weak D.
But you are positive.
Anti-D, you're very positive. You're very okay. Right? But now when you do something we call a DU test, it is able to give us a difference. Like from incubating, all that process, after we are done, we'll be able to establish if you are a weak D or you are a true rhesus negative person. That's on blood group.
So
what's the importance?
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear, the importance.
Yes. So what's the importance between now we have confirmed you are not weak, you are not whatever, you are O positive or O negative. Let me say opposite. Let me say you are either positive, rhesus positive, or rhesus negative. I hope tunakumbuka A, B, O. Those are the blood
ABO.
groups. So when I say rhesus,
high school,
yes,
ABO. Tulikuwa tunaimba ABO.
Perfect. So nakumbuka hiyo high school.
ABO.
Pia najua presenters wetu walipitia high school na najua wanakumbuka the ABO. So let's remind ourselves biology. So let's talk about rhesus. Rhesus, it's either positive or negative. When you are rhesus positive, that means that you are O positive, for example. For O positive, there's no problem actually, because you can be O positive, your partner is O positive, that is okay. But when it's O positive and your husband, maybe you're O negative, your husband is O positive. So the most likelihood is, genes is our there. You'll become an O positive. Exactly. The science. So chances are the baby might be O positive. And when the baby is O positive, there are so many things that do happen. Kama ya mama, that's why you are told for rhesus negative, this is where the importance is. For rhesus negative, there's an injection that you need to be actually injected. Anti-D. Anti-D, it helps coat your antibodies that will actually be used to destroy the baby inside you.
So you mean if I'm rhesus negative and I'm pregnant, okay, I'm not pregnant, but I'm pregnant for a lady, lazima udungwe hiyo anti-D.
Yes,
pregnancy.
You have to.
Weeks ngapi ama miezi ngapi?
At 28 weeks.
28 weeks.
At 28 weeks, you have to be injected with that anti-D.
So it's important.
Very important.
Important to get that, eh?
Very important to get that.
Okay.
Right? So, as I was saying, the importance is when you are injected with that, hata unajua during delivery, unajua blood ya mama na mtoto, na remember, mtoto akiwa rhesus positive and the mama is rhesus negative, your body will feel like, hey, what is this in our body that is not like us? What is this in our body that is rhesus positive? Let's destroy this thing. Destroy. That's it. Let's destroy. But so now,
they destroy the baby.
Yes, they will destroy the baby. But remember, for the first pregnancy, you will be, kwa sababu mwili bado haijapata damu ya mtoto anywhere. Unajua it's all about giving. Bado hazija interact na damu ya mtoto. But during delivery, remember, there can be cross transfusion. Like mama anaweza pata damu kidogo ya mtoto through the umbilical cord, right?
Yeah, umbilical cord,
yeah. So when the mother gets
kitovu
yes, through kitovu. When the mother gets that, the mother gets sensitized. So atapata rhesus za mtoto zenye create. Now is it antibody? Will the mother have the antibodies against this antigen? Yes. Yeah. Right? And a fight. So akifight, mwili haijui na fight mtoto. So the next pregnancy, haukudungwa, the next pregnancy, let's not go there. Let's not reach there. Just come for a clinic. It's very important. You see? The next pregnancy, because we are learning, right? The next pregnancy, kama haukudungwa ile anti-D, and the only way utadungwa anti-D is if itajulikana time ya ANC profile. That's why it's very important to actually do ANC profile. So that's blood group. We done? Number 5, urine analysis.
Karibu nikuulize mkojo wetu huwa mnapeleka wapi?
Perfect.
Kila saa mkojo, tupeni mkojo.
Here it is. Mkojo is among the most important thing when you're pregnant.
Right.
Number 2, unajua through your urine, I can be able to know if you have a problem with the absorption. Wow. During the urine test, you can be able to know if maybe you're diabetic. Do you know that? Do you know that during you giving me your urine, you giving me your urine, I can be able to
giving you my
urine. Yes, I have to repeat that. I can be able to actually tell if you have high blood pressure. Can be able to diagnose that.
Okay.
Through the urine.
Through the urine.
Yes.
So urine is that important?
Very important. Just the color of your urine can be able to help me diagnose you. Definitely not alone when it's that standalone, That's why again at Jacaranda we do what we call blood pressure check before you actually do any other thing. Kwa sababu if your blood pressure is high there, something we call preeclampsia, if your pressure is high, nikipima na pale kwa triage, and then you come to the lab, right?
Yeah.
And then I see your urine color is deep amber. What's color amber? Coke color.
Amber.
Yes,
Not
Coke.
yellow.
Yes, not yellow.
Amber.
Deep amber. Kama
I
Coke.
remember the traffic lights. Amber.
Yes, amber. Perfect. That's
Traffic
the one.
lights, amber.
Perfect. So when it's deep now, deep that color, so conk, that color is so conk, you can actually check.
This is amber.
Is this amber? This brown?
No, this is brown.
Yes, but this is the Coke color.
Guys, which color is this?
This is the Coke color.
This is the Coke color.
Amber. Yeah. Okay, this is not amber. This is brown, deep
Put
brown.
in the comment section.
Yes. Which color is this?
Which color is this? Put it in the comment section.
No.
It is amber or is it brown?
Tubet, watu wengi ni wanani. Ngoja, you're saying this is
brown.
this is brown.
Yeah. This is brown.
This is
Guys,
Coke color.
this is color.
Coke color. What Coke?
Coke is not brown.
Coke is brown. Okay. We. So yeah. So from urine, actually, we can be able to get all those things actually by me just checking your urine before I even do anything. I go ask, how is our pressure? Kwa sababu nimeona proteins, nimekuja hapo, nikaona color, all those things, and I'm like, there has to be a problem.
There must be something. Yeah?
There must be something. There must be something. So it's very important to actually give us urine. The best urine actually is the morning urine. That's why we always advise people to come early in the morning, because your urine is more concentrated at that time, right? So when you take a lot of water and you keep flushing, and then you come for your clinics at, let me say, at around 4. You've been taking water the whole day. You've been actually consuming lots and lots of drinks, whatever. So your urine already, siwezi jua ni chakula, siwezi jua ni nini. But mtu amekuja asubuhi ameniambia ndiye ameamka ndio tuna run urine test. Unaona? Ile asubuhi. It's concentrated first of all. So kama kuna parasites, but they kwa urine we don't only check on those ones. There are parasites we check for. UTI can be able to actually it's our work to diagnose that you have UTI. Unajua kuna ile problem
yenyewe, infection of the urine.
Perfect. Kuna hiyo infection yenye tunasema mama, unajua hawatakangi kuongea sana. So anakuambia utafeel after umemwambia there's something in the urine, ataanza kuambia ndio maana najikuna. Perfect. Come for your clinics. It's very important.
There's something else. That's about urine.
Yeah.
Sugar. You talk about sugar kwa mkojo.
Yeah.
But kuna ile form na tudunga kwa vidole hapa sijui angalia sukari. Kwani nikikunywa sukari kwa chai inakuja kwa kidole.
So trust me, anytime you drink tea, every time.
Is it important in clinic?
Very important. Sugar, again, it's very important to actually have random blood sugar in your ANC profile. Why? You can be able to diagnose a diabetic even before actually before we start the clinics. Right? There are two types of diabetes. For a pregnant lady, for example, you can be having GDM, gestational diabetic. Gestational diabetes comes up at later in your pregnancy, in between 28 weeks, around there. It manifests during the second trimester, right?
Sets in, huh?
Yeah, that's where it sets in. Mostly your second trimester. That's second trimester, right?
Yeah, 28. That's second trimester.
Yeah, that's second trimester. Second. So that's mostly huwa zinajitokeza at around those months, those weeks. But now we need to check before we started this clinic. How was your blood sugar? It's very important to actually know if you are diabetic
or not
before we even start.
Because diabetes can come in pregnancy.
Yes, because if we don't rule out the fact that you are not diabetic when you are starting your clinic, we will never know if this is an underlying condition. Is this a condition you've been having before pregnancy, or is it pregnancy induced?
And I think thank you for that, but I think also in the diabetic part, there's also a test that they usually do, guys, about OGT or something like that. OGT, blah blah. I think that's a topic for another day.
That's a very good topic.
Be able to discuss about the same.
As I was saying, on GDM, on GDM manifests itself, let's say at 28 weeks,
Yeah,
they're about
28.
28 weeks around those
From
weeks.
24 weeks.
Yes, from 24 weeks I have kwenda mbele. So that's where we do our ANC. That's where we do our OGTT. So what is the work of OGTT? To diagnose GDM. But that is topic for another day. Keep tuned.
So
Subscribe.
those are all the things that you
Yeah,
the
for
tests we
NC
take.
Prof. Yes,
So
NC
we are
Prof.
talking about HB level,
HB level.
urine,
Yes, urine level.
blood was also only HB.
HB. For blood, we actually doing HB.
Okay.
But again, it's very important to actually do what you call full hemogram. You know why? So, like we were talking about glucose, like we are able to diagnose some of these prior. It's also important to know to run a full hemogram. As you start your clinics, we need to know how are your platelets, right?
Oh, full hemogram. That's
So
that's
full
a
hemogram, it's a full blood picture. So in full hemogram, we're able to check for platelets, we're able to check for WBCs, we're able to check for HP. Anytime, any hour. Welcome all. We love you guys.
Your online clinic, hi.
Yes.
clinic.
Hope you're well.
So my lab tech and your beautiful nurses. 1, 2, 3.
People.
Online
Yeah,
clinic.
you see how my dicks are beautiful and handsome.
Kwa serious. Sasa tuna blush.
You want to be
Tunacheki tunacho.
Do you want to be beautiful?
Oh no, baby.
Natural,
No.
Hey,
No.
actually, you are handsome. You're not beautiful.
Handsome. But you simple.
Anyway, hope you're enjoying yourself.
Happy you are.
Christine.
Yeah.
Christine. Who is Christine?
I'm a nurse. I'm a midwife, a proud midwife, and I enjoy bringing life to this world
Wow.
by delivering our moms,
I
giving
knew
them a
something.
healthy baby back at home. It's just an amazing feeling.
So okay, this is Christine. You're a midwife. You said you're a midwife, huh?
Yeah, I'm a midwife, a proud midwife. Don't forget that, a proud midwife.
Me too, I'm a midwife.
A good
Am I
fearing
midwife?
lab tech.
But I'm a mid-husband.
No, you should be a midwife.
Oh, okay, I'm a midwife.
A husband at home, a midwife in the hospital.
Midwife at work.